Chapter 60. Long Forgotten Chalk Ice. The tall double doors at the end of the children's ward swung open, and Tom's mum and dad entered. "Tommy!" screamed his mother. She opened her arms and Tom ran towards her. The woman scooped him up and gave him the biggest hug. Tom's father was not so good at such moments and gave his son a manly pat on the back. "Good to see you, son," he said. Tom's mum and dad had deep tans from being out in the desert and were dressed in clothes better suited to being there. It was clear they must have rushed to be here. "A young girl called Sally phoned us and said we should come and see you," said Mum. "Sally?" explained Tom. "Yes, lovely girl. Found our phone number in Matron's papers somewhere. Said we should come straight away. Me and your dad were both so worried about you." "That's Sally there," said Tom, pointing to the girl in the far corner of the ward. "Good morning, Mr. and Mrs. Charper," called out Sally. "Good morning, dear," replied Mum. "You must come and stay with us." "I'd love that," said Tom. "Me too," said Sally. "This blasted matron woman put the phone down on us every time we tried to call the ward to try and speak to you," said Dad. "We were desperate for news of you. The school secretary called us after you were hit on the head playing cricket. We must have called a hospital 100 times. Now, how is that bump on your head?" "Much better, thanks, Dad," replied Tom with a smile. Good. "And Mum, Dad, I had no idea you wrote to me." "Every week without fail we sent a letter to St. Willett," said Mum. "Did you not receive them?" "No, not one." "That doesn't make sense," said Dad. "Mr. Hughes, my headmaster, burnt them all." Dad looked angrier than Tom had ever seen him before. "If I ever see that man again—" "Stay calm, Malcolm," shouted Mum. Dad breathed heavily for a few moments and his anger cooled. "Well, son, rest assured we are never sending you back to that awful school again." "Yes!" exclaimed Tom. "We'll all be together from now on," said Mum. "A proper family." "Come on, son," said Dad. At that moment, Tootsie came in with her breakfast trolley. "Good morning, good morning, good morning." "Perfect," Tom muttered to himself. "I'll just miss breakfast." The boy pulled the curtain back. "Thomas, are you leaving us?" she cried. "Yes, and I'm sad to say I won't be staying for breakfast." "What a terrible shame, and I have everything on my trolley this morning." "Of course you do. Perhaps another time." "Yes. Oh, I think I found your headmaster, Mr. Hughes," added Tootsie. "When? Where?" asked Tom. "This very morning in the deep freeze." "What?" "Somehow he must have got shot in there overnight." "He was looking for me in the deep freeze last night. Horrible man. He got his just desserts," explained Tom. "So where is he now?" "Right here," said Tootsie, whipping a large cloth off her breakfast trolley. It was, indeed, Mr. Hughes lying there, shivering. The man was covered in frost like a long-forgotten chalk ice. "Help!" muttered the headmaster. It was all but impossible for him to speak as his teeth were chattering so much. "I should really take him down to see if the doctors and nurses can thaw him out," said Tootsie. "There's no rush," replied Tom with a smile.